Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Skyfall. Turn number 2, January of 37. 2.5 for the Commonwealth and 2.6 for the French. So before I get into the tech rolls real quick, I know Bruce had mentioned this in the US video. I had forgotten some ships. There was a battle cruiser, a coastal defense ship, and maybe a destroyer, I think, that was here in A23 that I missed. So I just had them move over 1-2 to A21. And then Bruce, when he recapped what I should have had in A21, he had me down as 5 destroyers, but I only have 4. So hopefully, if you guys can catch that, I'm not sure. I've got it as 4, but like I said, sorry for missing the ships. I could have missed another destroyer somewhere as well. But I'll do a complete unit recap, obviously, here at the end of the turn. Okay, so on to the UK tech rolls. We're going for the same 2 tech. Radar, stage 1, 7 or higher, and anti-ship or anti-submarine warfare, stage 1, 7 or higher. Okay, so first with radar, 12, we do succeed. And anti-submarine, 12. We are 4 for 4 with tech. On fire with the tech. I like it. Okay, so radar, stage 2, and anti-submarine warfare, stage 2. Okay, so on to purchases. So the United Kingdom had 12 to spend, and they're spending all of it. We're going to do a AAA for 4, a colonial infantry for 4, that's 8, and then a militia upgrade for 4, that's our full 12. The FEC has got 6 to spend, and they're just going to spend 2 upgrading a militia and save 4. ANZAC has 6, and they're going to save their 6. Okay, so clearly no combat. So just on to non-combat. So let's start over here, over by England here. This medium bomber in southern England at an air base is going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in Gibraltar. We've got 2 naval transports here in A21. One of them is going to leave A21 with the militia, or the mountain infantry and the infantry in southern England, and come down 1, 2, 3 to A44 and drop those 2 guys off on Gibraltar. Also from A21, we have a battleship, a battle cruiser, 3 heavy cruisers, all leaving A21. They're at a major base. They're going to come down 1, 2, 3 to A44 as well. Then the 2 ships in A44, a destroyer and a light carrier with their tactical at a major base. They are going to come up 1, 2, 3 to A21, both of those ships. So we'll put those on the card over here. That's the A21 fleet. We've got a air transport here in Ottawa. I forgot to look up how many spaces the air transport can go. I think we're not at an air base, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember how far air transports can go. Let me look that up real quick, sorry. I want it to make it to Gibraltar, but how far can air transports go? Is it 5 or 6? Air transport 6. So we should be good to go. So we can leave Ottawa with our Canadian infantry and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and land in Gibraltar. Or land on Gibraltar, as the case may be. And I think that's it. Oh, we also have a submarine in at A21. So that's also going to come down 1, 2, 3 to A44. Okay. Then over here in, let's see, those ships are going to stay there in M8. Okay, over here in I4, we've got a battleship, a heavy cruiser, and they're going to come up 1, 2 to M8. We've got 2 destroyers also in I4 at a major base, and they're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4 over to M2. We've got a naval transport here in I4. That's going to come down 1, 2 to I1. The naval transport in I1 is going to pick up the infantry from Cape Town and the infantry from South Africa at a major base and go 1, 2, 3 and drop these 2 infantry off in southern India. This light carrier with a fighter in I7 at a major base is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 here in M4. I think all these units are staying there. Over here, this Anzac light cruiser and destroyer are going to come over 1, 2, 3 to I7. We got this Anzac naval transport. It's going to come up 1, 2 to P59. And I think that is it for UK moves. Okay, so for unit placement, we've got a AAA that we're building here in Cape Town. We've got a colonial infantry we're going to place in South Africa. And the militia upgrade is here on Gibraltar. So I'll just add another infantry to Gibraltar. Okay, the FEC had just a militia upgrade, and that's going to be this militia here in southern India. So take him off. And that's it for the Commonwealth. So for collect income, UK spent everything, but they are up to 13 because of the German annexation of Bohemia. So UK will have 13. The FEC saved 4, and they're at 5, so they'll have 9. And Anzac saved 6, and they're at 3, so they'll have 9. Okay, so how about a unit disposition? Nothing changed with Australia. In P59, we have an Anzac destroyer, or an Anzac naval transport. Nothing changed in India except for southern India. We have an FEC infantry and 2 UK infantry. In I7, we have an FEC naval transport and an Anzac destroyer and light cruiser. In I1, we have an FEC naval transport. Cape Town has a AAA gun, and South Africa has a colonial infantry. Nothing changed in Cairo. In M8, we've got 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, 1 sub. In M4, we have a light carrier with a fighter. In M2, we have 2 FEC destroyers. In A44, we have a battleship, a battle cruiser, 3 heavy cruisers, a submarine, and a naval transport. Gibraltar now has a medium bomber, an air transport, a fortification, a coastal artillery gun, a militia, a mountain infantry, and 3 infantry. Southern England is now down to just a seaplane. London still has the 2 militia and the fighter. And in A21, we have 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 5 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, 1 coastal defense ship, 1 naval transport, and 1 light carrier with a tactical. And that should be it for the Commonwealth. So on to the French. So they had 13 to spend, and they're spending just 2 to upgrade a militia, so they save 11. Non-combat, over here in I-4, this naval transport is going to pick up the infantry in French Somaliland and go 1-2, drop that infantry off there in Syria, and that naval transport's an M8. These 3 submarines here in M8 are going to come over 1, 2, 3 to I-8. The submarine in M1 is going to come down 1, 2, 3 to M8. Let's see. All those ships are going to stay where they are in A44. In France, we're going to have 2 infantry in Alsace-Lorraine back off to Paris, and then have the militia in Paris go to Alsace-Lorraine. We're going to have the infantry in Picardy go to Normandy. We're going to have the French Foreign Legion in southern France go to Aquitaine. And I believe that should be it for the French. So our 1 militia upgrade is over there in Syria. So take off that militia, put down an infantry. For income, France spent 2 and saved 11, and they are up to 8, I believe, for the German annexation. So that would give them 19 to spend next turn. Unit disposition, we got 3 French subs in I-8. In M8, we have a sub and a naval transport. Syria has 2 infantry. The fleet didn't change in A44. In France, Alsace-Lorraine has a militia, an infantry, and the fortification. Southern France has a mountain infantry. Aquitaine has an artillery, 2 motorized infantry, and a French Foreign Legion. Normandy has 2 infantry, a fighter, and a medium bomber. And Paris has 5 infantry. So that should be it for UK France. Turning things over now to Global War 36 enthusiast and Italy.